I'm extremely excited to be on this call, and this is the very last conference call that I'll ever do in my 20s. This is the very last conference call, training call that I'll ever do in my 20s. Actually, at 12:37 p.m. Tomorrow, actually Central Standard Time. That is the official time that I was actually born. I'm actually looking at my birth certificate right now, 12:37, back in 1983. So this is the very last mentorship or mastery call that I'll ever do in my 20s. I got involved in the industry. Wow. I got involved in the industry of network marketing at the age of 21. And, wow, okay. Wow. All right. Okay, cool down. Got involved in the industry of network marketing at the age of 21. And at the age of 20, the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, my little girl Kayla Michelle Davison was born, and at that time in my life, I thought that things were just falling apart. At that time, I didn't know that was the greatest opportunity, the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I didn't know that, and I moved back home. I moved back home at the age of 21 because my mother told me. She said, "David, you need to move back home," and really, because when you miss your way, or you think you've missed your way, it's important for you to go back to where you were and kind of get that new start. And it's exciting to see my mom and my daughter. They're here with me right now, and it's been a journey. It's been a journey. And it just hit me right then and there that this is the last training call that I ever do in my 20s. And and some people say, well, man, why is it so emotional for you? Well, because I started this journey at the age of 21, and the journey that we've been on over the last 9 years, because it was July of 2004 is when I actually got involved in this industry of network marketing. And year after year, I'm really sorry, guys. I did not plan for this. Year after year, of not knowing if what I was doing was going to work. Year after year of working and not knowing if what I was doing was right. And to have gone through everything that we went through, and a lot of you are having to go through the same thing right now, and I understand, because it's not, I know we say it's easy, it's simple as coffee, but time and time again, going out there, wow. I knew this day was going to be different. I knew it was, because I every conference call, every training that we've ever done, I've always tried to say what would make the difference in a person's life. What is it that I could say on this conference call that would make a person decide to go out there and fight and be a champion and do some great things? And funny enough, I've heard what makes a person a great champion over and over again, but it really didn't hit me until right now, is that you're going to have to develop a strong reason why you're doing this business. because, and I know some branded people on the call like, okay, what did I just get myself into? You're going to have to develop an incredible why and a desire for you to win in this business, because I can tell you that the journey that you're going to be on to becoming a multimillionaire is not going to be the easiest journey in the world. It is just not. I know it's easy, it's simple, it's just coffee, and that aspect of what we do is simple, but you're going to have to develop a why that you would run through a brick wall for that why. And for some people, it may be their children. For some people, it's not their children. I don't know what it is. For me, it was the fact of having Kayla at 20 and not being a man and saying not being a person that could buy diapers. You know, I'll never forget getting that letter every month. This is supposed to be a training call. Every month, getting that letter saying, hey, listen, it's $50. It's $50 for your child support every single month. And I'll never forget it. It was white. The letters were red. And looking at that letter and knowing that I didn't have that. That's why. That's why you go out there and you take it on the chin, and you don't take the information that you hear on the Millionaire Mentorship call. You don't take the information that you hear at the weekly meetings, at the events. You don't take that information lightly. You take all that information and you go out there and you do what is necessary. No matter how much it hurts, you go out there and you do it because you know why you're doing the business. If you're going to take anything away from this call tonight, before you go to bed, you got to figure out what is going to move you to the point that nothing else matters but you winning. It's got to be bigger than you. I don't know what it is. It may be you. I don't know what it is, but you're going to have to develop that why. And when you do, I promise you, when you develop that why, when you know why you're doing this business, when you know why you're in Organo Gold, and what sometimes what we miss, see, I connected my why to network marketing. You understand? I connected it. I connected why I was doing the business, network marketing. I connected it to my business. So I knew that if I accomplished this, what was in front of me, then the why that I had would be taken care of. At some point in your career, guys, I've trained. There's been days, there's been weeks, there's been months, there's been trainings that we've done, meetings that we've done, and I've thought to myself, and I'm sure all the leaders that are on the call have thought the same exact thing. What can I say to get these individuals to move? What can I say to get them to do what I did? What can I do? What phrase, you know, and what acronym? And I've come up with so many I'm acronyms out, right? Come up with so many trainings. All these, you know, the 7 steps and the 5 steps and the 5 elements and this and that and this and that. And at the end of the day, none of that stuff matters. All that matters is why are you doing the business? Why are you doing the business? Because if you know why you're doing it and it's really your why, and it moves you to the point of, I'm not talking about a tear. I'm talking about breaking down. This is the only thing that it's my why. And that's why I went through those years of failing, because I knew that I had no other choice. I had connected my why to the industry of network marketing. I had found it. I said, this is how I'm going to be able to take care of my life. This is how I'm not going to have to look at this letter from the Guilford County Courthouse telling me that I have to pay $50 for child support. You're going to have to figure that out. You're gonna whether it's tonight that you do it, whether it's next week, next year, because I've seen people with talent. A lot of you on this call, you've got talent, you've got the abilities, you've got everything that it takes to be a champion, but you just haven't connected the why yet. And until you do that, the work that you're going to put into this business is going to be in vain. I mean, I had a whole thing planned of what I was going to train on today, and then it just hit me like, okay, this is the last call in your 20s, and I've been doing network marketing throughout my whole 20s, so it's like, okay, now this is a new decade of now impacting hundreds of million people's lives all around the world. And until we develop as an organization, until we develop that why, and when we say 60 diamonds and we say 12 millionaires, I don't know if we've developed the why yet as to why you need to become a diamond. I don't know why. I don't think we've developed the why you need to become a millionaire. You probably have reasons around you why you should, but I don't know if you've connected it yet. I don't know if you've made that connection yet, because if you have, it's the work that it takes to be successful. You'll do it. The sacrifices that you need to have, you'll do it. But I could just look time and time again. When I look at the leaders, when I look at Edward Hartley, and I'll start with Edward Hartley. I'll start with him. It's a blue diamond, $500,000 ringer. When I look at when he got involved in his business, what was going on in his life at that time? He got involved in his business at the worst time in his life. Lost when we called him the first time, it wasn't the worst time in his life. Things were rocking. That's why he could look at a $1,500 a week check and say, oh, that's cute. Why? Because he was rocking. But the worst time in his life, when he lost $600,000 in business, when he was sleeping on the couch in his home, because he was going through some personal things. When he had to move into an apartment with a distributor, and I'll never forget, I came to Atlanta, this was maybe his second or third month in the business, and all the hotels were sold out. It was sold out in Atlanta. There was no hotel, right? I didn't have an assistant back then to make sure I had a hotel when I get there. I appreciate you, Desiree. You don't know how much I do. But I didn't have all of that, right? Guess what? I had to sleep on his couch at that apartment. His dogs are – guys, you're going to have to see – because why all that stuff was going on, he connected organo gold to what was going on and said, okay, this is how I'm going to get from this place to where I am today, where he's a millionaire in this business. This majority of what we're going to talk about in the boot camp and is going to be this. It's going to be the why and then the power of choice. The power of choice to choose for things to be completely different. That's what we did. You talk to Bass Grant. You talk to Bass. Ask him what was going on in his life when he got involved in OG. Ask him what his why was. Why did he become a – see, that's the question. Instead of asking, well, how do I do a CJM, or how do I prospect this person, or how do I do this, or how do I do that? Just ask why. Why did you do it? Ask the person that wrote the book, why did you write this book? You always see it in the beginning, right? The author says, this is why I wrote this book. The why is everything. It's everything. And then when you connect your why to this business and you find a coach, you find a mentor that's willing to go to work for you, go to bat for you, you've got all of the ingredients to become a multimillionaire. It's right here. But it all starts with the reason why. That's where it starts. And that's why I had that moment, because I'm looking, I'm like, man, I had that why. There was a why that drove me, and nobody knew. No, the why, I didn't have to broadcast my why. I didn't broadcast nobody knew. My family knew what my why was, but nobody else. You don't have to tell anybody, hey, this is my why. This is why I'm doing the business. It just has to be inside of you. And there's nothing. We should all be on a case on the first. If you've got a why, if you've got really a compelling reason why you're doing this, a case on the first is easy. Watch this, guys. I'm not saying that life can be tough and you still don't have a why. So you may think to yourself, well, Dave, you don't know what's going on in my life right now. I'm telling you that you can be going through tough times right now and still not have identified the why. Because, see, when you identify the why and you connect you connect this business to your why, and you have a coach and your mentor, some of the decisions that you're making, some of the things that you're doing, you will not do. The only reason why you do it is because you haven't really connected this business to your why, or you have not really developed, really constructed why you're doing this business. It's very fortunate, very, very fortunate that I had my why at 20. That's what you're going to have to do. That is what you're going to have to do. Forget how do I present. The technical things, forget all of that. That is the E. That is the E. How do you do a presentation? You read. That's how you do it. Right? You prospect. You put your hand out and say, hey, hello, my name is David. That's how you prospect. You give them coffee. That's how you prospect. Has nothing to do with how do I do anything. How do I present? How do I stand up in front of 10,000? It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the why. And the why has to be for you. For you. Not for anybody else. You need to know why you're doing this business. And then connect. Because you may have a why, but maybe you don't feel like Organic Gold is the vehicle or the tool that you can actually use to take care of that why. I can go through leader after leader. I look at Damon and Kiana Crump. I look at Damon and Kiana Crump. The reason why he said no initially was because he didn't have a why. He didn't have a reason to be a $250,000 ring earner. He didn't have a reason to make $40,000, $50,000 a month. He didn't have it. What was going on in his life was okay. He was okay with getting by and going after $1,000 bonuses and hitting a $1,000 bonus or a $10,000 bonus and being happy with that because he didn't have a reason why. But when things got to a certain point, he said, man, this is why I've got to do this. Hurricane Katrina, moved into Atlanta. Why did he get involved in network marketing? Because of that situation. He was looking for something that provided freedom and income, worked for 5 years. He had his why the whole time. But then when he connected the right business, Organic Gold, he connected that business, connected a coach, a mentor. Now you see what's happening in his life, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg. I did a training the other day, and I brought up an emerald, and I said, hey, guys, look at this gentleman. He's got one head, he's got one nose, 2 eyes, 2 feet, 2 hands, just like anybody else in this room. But why is everybody not an emerald? Because that gentleman he's found his why he's doing this business. Guys, I'm telling you, we can train with the best of them. I promise you. We can give you. I can give you the 100 secrets to being successful. I really can. I've got it written down. I really took the time out to find 100 secrets because I'm always constantly looking, hey, what can we say? What can we do? And this and that and this and that. And then you realize at the end of the day, if you don't have a strong why, none of this stuff matters. None of this stuff matters. What's motivating you? What's internally motivating you to be positive? See, when you got a strong why and you've connected this business to your why, and you've connected yourself to a coach and a mentor, and your coach or your mentor says, this is how you need to think, this is what you need to do, because of that why, you will think properly. It will be automatic. You won't have to think about it. You will do it because you know why you take. I'm telling you, and I can't give it to you. Angel Carvalho can't give it to you. You ask him, why did he go diamond? He'll tell you. Every leader, ever, whether it's in the industry of network marketing or any other industry, they developed or they knew why they were doing what they were doing. Same thing's going to happen for you. You're going to have to know what that is, and sometimes it could be a struggle to find it. Okay, but that's what's going to be. That's the ingredient. If you're trying to figure out how to make this dish, that's the ingredient that you need to have.